I love that poem. Okay. Moving on, honored and happy to present Barbara Rosenthal.
Hi.
Hi, fixture in our culture, our Lower East Side of culture and beyond. Barbara Rosenthal's books include Clues to Myself. Got to move this over a little bit. It doesn't want to move. Sorry. Sensations, Homo Futurus, is that correct?
Homo futurus.
Futurus, Soul and Psyche, and Wish for Amnesia. She taught writing at CUNY Staten Island for 22 years, appears in such books, in such publications as Cradle and All, and the Big Book of Sex, and her archives are at CUNY Queens College. Barbara, thank you for being here.
I thank you very much, Joanie, and everyone who is part of this. What I'm gonna read is from my book Sensations. It's page 28, and it's got two more to home resistance, resilience applications. Okay, there's two short pieces here. They're called Someone Upstairs, and the other's called Policeman. Someone upstairs. Someone upstairs is trying to get in at the upstairs window. You are experiencing the first virgin birth. The impossible reality of it, immediate reality of it, is forcing you to confront it. Now, he shoots at you as you fly past him to the telephone, and phone is in his plain sight through the window. His bullets miss you as you leap down half a flight of stairs. Two jumps down the stairs in powerful slow motion. The second leap carries you safely to the bottom. Where did you ever learn to jump down the stairs like that? How did your legs know what to do? What are your hands doing? Matches. What are matches for? You are lighting matches. The logic of your own hands mystifies you. You are setting the curtains on fire. The house is burning down. You have triumphed over the man and can safely go back to bed. In the next scene, you experience a truck tire blow out on your front right wheel going 90 down a 4-mile hill. Streamers of ace bandages are flying through your window. Policeman. Today, while I was driving home, I stopped for a red light and a policeman leered at me from the corner. I saw him drop my eyes. He came over to my car, sauntered over, and said hello. He tried to start a conversation with me. He looked down at my body, my lap, through the window and looked at the inside of my car. I did not answer him. But because I had forgotten my purse at home this morning, I knew I didn't have my license or registration, so I better answer him. So I said, hello. It's very cool. Very reserved and a bit hostile. He knew I wasn't reacting to him as a policeman, but as a man. A strange man who tried to talk to me. He tried to tell me then about signaling for a right turn. I told him I was stopped for a red light. He began to talk more about signaling. Then I told him I hadn't decided whether to turn yet or go straight, as I could do either. Then I assured him that I would signal for a turn and that my light was green. Now could I go? Yeah.
Thank you so much. That's hysterical. Wonderful. Thank you.
Thanks. 1984. It's a printed matter if you want to find it.
Okay. Terrific. Post the information about that. Thank.
Oh, okay. I did on somewhere on my web on the Facebook page. I announced this.
Oh, okay, cool, great. All right, so
But I will do it if I can find it.
moving rapidly along, we have another video from Robert Roth, who's a wonderful writer who lives in New York City. And Jonathan is going to provide us with this. Wow. Robert, thank you for that beautiful entry. Do you want to say hello to your comrades? Or do you want to come forth, or do you want to stay back there? Ignore the man behind the curtain, but he's there. He is there. And he periodically puts these incredible, beautiful assemblages of poetry, text, music, and beautiful videography together. And it's a treat and a gift to get them. They're so contemplative and so thought-provoking. Thank you, Robert.
Thank you.
Nice to see you. Hi.
You pulled me out of the shadows.
I did, yeah. Any words? Any words?
Oh, no, it's really wonderful being here. And my friends Henrik and Roland, they're from Denmark. They live in Denmark.
Wonderful.
I mean,
And who is the cellist?
Roland Robert.
Incredible, beautiful musician.
I mean,
Yeah, thank you so much.
they live in.
Move on. Okay, next we have Sarah Sarai, who makes me always happy to hear her poetry. She is, in her own sometimes wobbly, preferably odd manner, creates poetry revelatory of a fairly classical directive: women and children first. Sarah?
I can't believe I wrote that, but it's so nice to be here. And thank you. Thank you so much, Larissa and Joanie and Jonathan and everyone. And also, it's so lovely. I know many of you, but I haven't seen many of you for quite a while. So it's really nice to yet again have this kind of ersatz flesh. I mean, closer to flesh than no flesh. Okay, that didn't make any sense.
We get you.
Thank you. So I'm going to read two poems. The first is California Holding. And partly when I wrote this, the wildfires were still happening in California. Also, most of you know, but Julius Erving, he's still alive. It is this amazing basketball player who flew in the air practically when he, in games. And the poet that I mentioned is Ross Gay, who wrote a book, Beholding, about Julius Erving. And okay. Beholding. I sent my great nephew poems on mastery, perfection, the work. Life as calculation, calculation as art. He's Black, I'm white. We're both seniors. Colleges are scouting him. Medicare is courting me. The collection, Beholding, is an easy pick for an aunt far away who long ago gave up on family. They'd done the same. Not entirely true. So, Beholding, praise of precision and the incalculable of Dr. J. Julius Erving, who is 1 year younger than I am. Ross Gay, the poet, is way years younger. Enough of him. Dr. J's soaring, gliding, gravity-defying reverse layup acted out wily calculations of angles, throw upon toss upon game. Like Euclid, QEDing all 463 propositions with brick-on-brick logic. May my great nephew's life be floral and expert, California worthy, the California of survival. I want it beautiful and open and perfect and joy filled with praise and the renewal of love, regreening hillsides. Endow each life with praise. And don't forget me, thriving like a succulent. And I'll read. Thank you, Mindy. I'll read just one more short poem. Kind of more on praise and joy. Hummingbird feeder. What is the value of having a soul that, however defined sensory intelligence, prompting us to become a flank of stars or huddle of trees? For one, the soul is not a people. For one, the soul does not do terrible things. The self, destroy it. Step outside. Top off the hummingbird feeder. Less time to be terrible. Less time to judge. Them, us, yourself. For one, for honor, for a lark. Thank you.
Thank you, Sarah. Thank you so much for being here.
Oh, thank you.
Hi, it's a pleasure.
Oi, what are you saying? Okay.
And next, we have one of the most funny and most brilliant intellects, and I love this dude. This is upcoming. Let me find his bio. It's short, so it can allow me to troll for a while like this. Forgive me, but we're vamping. Okay, Igor Satanovsky.
Hello, everybody. Great event.
Hello, Igor.
And welcome to Quantum Age Poetry.
Yes.
And here is a brand new piece. I hear America in superposition. I love where highways fork already will have been rusting. Warehouse and prairie hums, one engine, dusk pulsed, still unrelated to harvest, cornfield both feeds and forbids. Sirens thread via country line at off the ear. Bullet shells down keep repeating yet. A school, a market, a prayer loop. I breathe the land that remembers and erases the shot at once. Oh, Walt, your carpenter and clam diggers still sing, but petrol vans sprawl the curb, ghost link lights flashing flux. Names once possessed by wood-lost visas drift free across the river from the bridge will have been caused by tomorrow's raid. A child hush shakes the rail ties. Mama, aguanta. Translation splinters, fear speaks, bear vowel A into the night. Capital steps both rise and sink in crowd noise interference. Chant and counter-chant fuse one throat, flag threads entangle. Law was beginning to detach from justice, gavel echo reels flux. Tweets storm pre, statues lack toast. The dome unrelates to shelter. Hope arc flame should have tied itself to the ballot box, yet smolders now beneath screens glowing all. Rust Belt mills seem to hum while furnaces sleep. Corn green thrums beneath a drone, barbed steel fence stitches the prairie dusk. A dark-tinted self-driving truck idle ghosts beyond the silos. You strode unarmed across this prairie's once vault. Seed data waits yet. Depth data blooms, diesel hymns remix your lilting catalog while topsoil rewrites and writes tomorrow into particular script. Night markets flare all in every borough tongue. Drum and bass align singular. Rooftop gardens send the neon. Street stall cilantro threads via subway grades at off the breath. Cross-faded selves, chef, courier, poet, share one pulse. Vault, hear them. Each syllable seeds a republic yet. Choose the spark or keep the silence. Thank you.
Thank you. And Igor, please post your information about the events that you are doing at the New York
Right here,
Public
right here.
Library. Yeah. Igor is an incredible student of Zaum and Dada and all things linguistics. He's really, check him out, man. He knows more than most anybody I know. Thank you, my
Thank
dear friend. Thank you. Next, we have up a lovely, wonderful, beautiful poet, Joanna Sitt. She is the author of 3 books of poetry and is professor of creative writing at Medgar Evers College. Joanna?
Hi, everyone. Thank you for having me, Joanie. It's nice to be here on this beautiful day. I'm going to just read one poem, and it's a poem that is optimistic, and I hope that that's okay. It's called In Which the Body Contemplates Its Own Fidelity. What we do with this amnesiac thing, what do we do? That never tells the truth, that moves against our nature. We live in fear of the wreckage in its mouth, dread of our story changing daily on its tongue, cynical and shredded from slacking lips. Sometimes it swears eternity when clearly everything dies. It says the wars are elsewhere and ignores the ships burning on the open sea. It walks away from the glint of knives, mimes another story to confuse the history of our scars. It plunges our hands in the dirt to pull the roots of the sapling that has not yet seen the sun, and tells us to bury our dead, our loss, to move on from it, to forget that there's no hurt, no such thing as pain. Oh, honey, let's believe that misdirection in its endless transmutation is scent of harrowed rot. Do the cha-cha like movie stars under neon starlight, under silver linden flowers, under solstice sky. Let's be faithful in a room full of mourners. Let's eat. Let's drink. Let's make songs from a life of lies. Let's make a body of proof that we came from water, where we heard the humming wave before we were born. There will be a season of lilies when a boat's waiting to take us into another life, another mind, another and another. Let's sit here in the dark, kiss long and hard. And while we still have time, like in our green youth wanting, let's know all about the sweetness of days, that weight of yearning when the music cuts through a world about to end, the peal of boats afloat, the peal of bells afloat above the trees, anchors, years hidden from bone and flesh and throat and eyes. Let's believe everything. Let's dance. Thank you.
Let's believe everything. Let's dance. Yes, girl. Wonderful. Thank you. Thank you so much for being here. So glad.
Thank you. I'm so glad to be here. It's hearing wonderful work.
Awesome, huh?
Yeah, really.
Okay, I'm sorry, but I must move on, but lovely to see you. I want to introduce next the great longtime friend and colleague, Jessica P. Sloat. She is the author of The Body of Loretta, a trilogy of plays on the pornography of power, free will on the free market, and arousal in the public realm. Jess, yeah.
Yes, hold on, I am here.
Okay, cool. There you are.
I've been listening and taking care of things around the house.
Yes, I understand. It's house cleaning day. What am I doing to listen to all this poetry? Nice to see you.
Nice to see you. I'm going to read from a manifesto written by Anonymous. A, read, manifesto, fanfare, note, public declaration, public declaration of the guiding, a public declaration of the guiding principles, a public declaration of the guiding principles of your, a public declaration of the guiding principles of your actions. Actor. My mind burned by promises, intentions. I refuse to engage in syntax. The words that arrive, would they be called to order, would make me gasp for air. Each following word would be identical to my life. Black, the lament, the return of language. Actor. We will pose questions to you, and it is your task to find somebody who will answer them. Moves, bends, rises, falls, twists, sleeps, dreams, conscious of being witnessed by others. A language of detail, the recognition of someone's skin color, gradations, variations, freckles, color of eyes, tickled by color of eyes. Hands, someone's gesture, dance, and shape around the sexual organs and how they are presented. Lips that utter the most incredible, diverse sounds you can think of, uncountable, constantly created. The kiss that shuts up and closes the sounds. It silences the magnitude of sounds that serve to survive. The kiss finishes language. A character speaks. Everything is revealed all the time. This is what the body holds itself against. Loud, silent, black and white. The body and the mind as the ones who open, reflect, hold themselves against the storm of revelation. The real is the presence. This is the fear of the animal. The body shivers, trembles at the onslaught of reality, calling dark matter to survive the onslaught of light. Mysteries are but inventions to distract from this misery. The collapse of the we and you is part of the crisis of the onslaught of what is real. An actor speaks. I am yet to be born. This faint signal of life you perceive is me. You are the waters making me float. Your past is the umbilical cord that feeds me. I am nothing yet but a faint hope. My current form is an illusion, a projection you have designed for me in order to continue. I tell you, even if you won't hear it, I am not innocent. I'm the pulse of the song from one generation to another, from one audience to the next, your desire for the other. So fragile, I have to trust your hands to carry me through the streets. The pulse of the heart has no place to hide, and yet is too fragile to join your midst.
The pulse of the heart is too, say it again.
Is that the pulse of the heart has no place to hide.
Place to hide. And cannot join the midst. I guess, oh, wow.
And yet is too fragile to join your midst.
Yeah. Thank you. Gorgeous text. Yeah. We will talk.
We will talk.
Yeah. Okay. It's coming toward the end of my duration here, which is about right, given the timing of my endurance. But we're going to show you 2 videos. And also, I would just like to say that I'm going to be posting some information in the chat now in regard to well, you'll see. You can just read it. Somebody asked me about pandemic poetry, what it was. I will put that in the chat as well. I'm going to read the introduction for the next 2 videos so that they can be played non-interrupted, back to back. And then we're going to move on to the introduction of the next host. Okay? We want to switch to Central Time. But now, Bruce E. Whitaker video. Good Housekeeping and the Elk in the Glade Book Fest 2024 award winner, New York-based queer poet. www.brucewhitaker.com. I'll repost that. Jeffrey Cypher's Right video. Really looking forward to this. Is a lyric poet, writer, publisher, art critic, author of 18 books of poetry, publisher of 80 issues of Cover magazine, archived at Fales Library at NYU. He received an Acker Award for writing and publishing in 2016 and the James Tate Poetry Prize in 2023. For more info, https://livemag.org. And here we go with the 2 videos. Thank you.
Hi everyone, I'm Bruce Whitaker and thank you for having me as part of your Sustained Resistance, Our Resilience afternoon. My greetings to all my colleagues reading here today, and my thanks to Larissa, Joanie, Elizabeth, and Martha for including me in the program. I'd like to read Crying Out to Ouroboros. And then came the barren lands, the bleak days, the realm of the slick beast, oozing kisses, delicious lies, sweet autosarcophagy, tooth marks on the hand of mercy, a long chew on the last leg of learning, black tongue savors the sauce of decency. Our monster straddles a cesspit brimming with his reeking effluvium, snapping his fangs into his own flesh, a decapitated serpent mindless yet lethal, while a chorus of girdling ghouls snatches bits and bites before his carcass vanishes into his own viscera. With a stomach of worms, We realize we ourselves are that ravenous beast consuming its best self. Our limbs, our organs, our thoughts and prayers snag in our teeth, engorge our craw. To swallow is as impossible as it is imperative. We gag on our own epidermis, all the while blaming the smooth beast, who is in fact a magical mirror, reflecting how heedless we are to the groans of death row solitaries, the whimpers of refugees in sweltering sails, the cries of starving children of wrong name on wrong land, the unavoidable sins of convenience. Ozymandias and Byzantium succumbed to this hunger. Whoever dreamed its claws would come for the us. Shocked, huddled on a crumbling shore, we toss wreaths and rings to our lost Serenissima, mere ripples in this pool of Narcissus. We pray, we wake. Wake, wake from this Gehenna of our own making. Hear our cries from self-jammed mouths, O Ouroboros. Roll down from the sky of smoke and belch, shatter our jaws, yank out our teeth, guide us to act, not to eat. Thank you and have a wonderful evening, and let's hang together through this crisis. Thank you.
Thank you.
Statement. Welcome to the ostrich colony. I say we need to look out for each other. The statues of chefs are starving in the squares.
See you in the morning when you go to school. Don't forget your
It was one of those days. Red meat, white wine.
Folks, I'm sorry, there's something wrong. Give me just a moment.
Boop, bop, boop, beep, boop, bop.
I apologize. I'm going to start this video over. Okay, sorry about that. Let's try this again.
No worries, Jay.
Statement. Welcome to the ostrich colony. I say we need to look out for each other. The statues of chefs are starving in the squares. It was one of those days. Red meat, white wine, blue horses, the pussycats dressed in black. to turn to stand up, in, over your head, to seek asylum, to haggle with the gatekeeper, to let you lead over the dance floor, to let you sleep, to sing you to sleep, to put $1 under your pillow, to let you be, to pour you around, to pour you another round of old 98.
Now than it was
Surrounded by invisible naked ladies, Hyperion takes a hit. What I like is starter fluid on Bozo's grave. Demand eternity, but settle for ecstasy. 20,000 leaks under the sea. IOUs dripping from the sun's blind spot. What kind of fuel am I? My arms still brag about holding you up in night's watch repair shop. Fire lost in your lips I find abandoned. To meet you at the infirmary, to carry change for the indigent. There are only green lights here in Go Town. A caravan of lost causes staggers on. Steam drags me to the witness stand. Your eyes arc weld beams to sundown. And the species gags on the hand it's dealt. I need to be alone now, a lighthouse in Mercury's solarium. The heart of forever beats me up. Pigeons fan their tails and ruffle puff. Chopin takes us out for liquid lunch. Surely there's a better way to play it cool. Threading what the stars unspool.
Wow. Okay, that would be it for me. And now I'm going to, I have the pleasure of, are you ready, Martha?
Yes, I am.
Oh, great. Okay. My dear friend, Martha Jackson Kaplan, is the recipient of the Zilpha Map Robinson International Poetry Award, an editor-in-chief award from Möbius, the Poetry Magazine, awards from the Wisconsin Fellowship of Poets, and has been nominated for a pushcart. Her book, Wind Eyes, is forthcoming soon from Mad Hat Press, and we can't wait to read it. Martha.
Thank you, Joanie, very much. And thank you all. It's been wonderful readings. So you can see I've been drinking too much coffee. So I have 3 poems. The first is Tossing the Bathwater. We don't throw out bathwater anymore. We let it drain in tiny cyclonic circles, rapidly or slowly, until our grime is invisible, until no one remembers or wonders what was cleansed, sweat or soot, oil for tangled hair, perfume of flowers, collagen for bone, milk for skin. Our bathwater gurgles down the drain, unseen in the sleuth. Did we? Was there something small and squalling? So the next poem is called Weather, Hey. This weather is confused, can't decide to dark the sky, oh my, or whether to sun, cloud dry in the heat of night, or day the moon, hot, wet, warm, dry, what color time flies toward a butterfly and milks the weed green. It's a graph on a hurricane chart. If you don't like it, change it. Draw a line where you want to storm. If a leader can do it, it'll lead a horse to the brink. And my last poem is after Rimbaud, A Drunken Boat on the Potomac. The rivers wished me green, and white tides struck at every peninsula. Flotsam turned round and round in a dizzying vortex of yearning, falling over and over in a rushing tumble. All night I slept blue and dark against the shining ice, a moon laughing, or was it coughing, its coffin sense gazing through its shrinking tether in the absence of cracked ions, absent of shelter, a face naked in space. Long days of gray longing lay blanketed on the land. Creatures burrowed into inadequate shelter. Food scarce as lost trees, flattening horizons of non-existent shadows against absent cliffs. Granite stones, stolid in grizzled light. This is the way a battered boat swings its way through molten nights and unpredictable days, battling swells of sea foam churning the bow, hunting for harbor in a heartless ocean, rattling with tombstone scree. Thank you all. So, thank you. So it is my pleasure, well, first of all, to announce that Stephen Anderson has been trying to get in, but doesn't know how to put a name on his iPhone. So he said next time. And I'd like to introduce Ronnie Hess. Ronnie, are you here? My dear friend Ronnie.
Unmute. Yes, I am here.
Oh, good. Okay.
And
So-
here I come. Here comes my face.
Excellent. So Ronnie Hess is a poet and essayist, the author of 7 poetry collections and 2 award-winning culinary travel guides. Her most recent essay, Stones of Memory, A Daughter Returns to Her Father's City, is in Rosebud Magazine's current issues. She lives in Madison, Wisconsin. Go ahead, Ronnie.
Okay. What I'm going to read first, I'll read 2. What I'm going to read first is How Do I Reassure My Sister? After a poem by Adam Zagajewski or Jeski. His poem, Try to Praise the Mutilated World. So, how do I reassure my sister? How do I reassure my sister that all is not lost? Remember summer's regular song of catbirds in the brush and the migrating birds across the island in October, the leisurely ambling of the turtle on a walk and the cricket's lullabies. We picked beach plums this time of year, sour but then sugared sweet, boiled into jam. The wildness is still there if we look for it. We've seen old friends fade, our parents die, the tyranny they left behind for America turn up with small difference now on our shores. How can I reassure you all is not lost? Remember the signs we carried, the canvassing door to door in neighborhoods where people listened and fought with us? How you danced in summer, your daring layback in Darius's arms, the swirl of your blue gown, while I, miles away, was deciding to raise chickens again. The hens are still too young to give us eggs. Instead, they lose a few soft feathers across the backyard floor. And now a shorty after a poem by Laureen Niedecker. Fog thick morning, smoke from the north. Wind can sometimes carry bad news, a planet burning. So thank you, Martha. Thank you, all of the organizers. Thank you, all of the poets.
Lovely. Next up is Joanie Reese, who lives in Texas, and Constance sent her my condolences. And she has published 2 poetry chapbooks. Night Chorus is Reese's full-length collection. Awards include the first Patricia McFarland Memorial Prize, Graduate School Creative Writing Award from the University of Memphis, and the Glass Woman Prize, and most recently, 2025's New Zealand Flash Fiction Day Micro Madness at Flash Frontier. She also curates the yearly AWP Underground Reading Series, Hot Pillow, truly a wonderful event. So take it away.
Thank you, Martha. Thank you, everyone, for coming. Thank you, Larissa. Thank you, Jonathan. Thank you, Joanie. I appreciate you all. I follow a Palestinian poet named Mossab Abu Toha, and he's also a Pulitzer Prize winner for his essays about Gaza. And he puts up people's names who have died in Gaza, along with a lot of other things that happen in Gaza. And one day it just struck me, he put up the names of 6 sisters who had died. And so I wrote this for them. Khan Yunis Sisters, a poem for Sama, Lama, Sasha, Lian, Nada, and Lion. And just today, they mingled hands, a round of sister kisses, hugs. Sama, Saja, and Lian unrolled prayer rugs and spread them smooth beneath their knees. A day like every other day, 6 sisters bent their heads to pray, nothing unique. All lost in faith, no one aware their world would end when men dispatched death on their heads. Its carapace rent spaces through a clouded sky. Shrapnel embraced them as they prayed, demolished faces, blistered eyes. Did not a cry for life unlived? Was gentle Saja first to die? 6 daughters, 6 identities, erased by faceless enemies. Weapons provided happily by countries half a world away. Gaza has become a place of ghosts and tombs, and drone drop bombs in masked platoons. Revenge has no integrity, and cruelty trumps passivity. This split did not start yesterday. Angers passed down to progeny, grim fables born by ancestry and nurtured very carefully, assuring bloodshed tramples peace. 6 daughters left the world today. 6 daughters who will never be doctors, teachers, sorry, it went quiet. Teachers, peacemakers, friends. 6 candles snuffed before they flamed with beauty, art, intelligence. Stone rubble blots out history. 6 girls have met death's mystery as shadows shroud the land where they were born. Young lives were shorn like hair that's torn from prisoners' heads in Sid Timon, and cries of amputated men in Megiddo, perhaps Ophir, or Tribe of Nova sufferers. No matter where torture occurs, each screaming throat begs pity just the same. Today, this house, crushed on this street, sheds shreds of thoughts 6 sisters dreamed, bright images of who they were and who someday their daughters might have been. I do have one more because that one is so sad. I hope you don't mind. I'm typically play with formal poems, and lately I've been writing what I call cracked pantoums, because formality just seems like such a joke at this point with the rhetoric that happens in the world right now. This is called In the Soup, cracked pantoum. Dump formal poems, sick dogs on perfect rhyme. Burn all syllabic verse, iambic line. Today, perfection dangles out of reach. The powerful, deaf to soliloquy, love lauding those whose degeneracy defines each aspect of their plastic speech. Certain no value comes from simile. They spray cliches that leak like rusted sieves. Streetwise lies are useful in the breach when cruelty becomes the soup du jour. Sonnets and villanelles provide no cure. Instead, perfection mocks as we endure each day's outrage, its sickening allure. Flip irony on end, scar every pun. Slash sonnets, villanelles, you know the ones. Maim triolets, suspend litotes too. We must adopt doctrine as minions do. And when it comes to art, they don't approve. Ditch every ampersand, kill portmanteau. Renounce your grand pantoums, fuck elegies. Abend formality and then beshrew poets whose metaphors are overused. Refrain from using scansion, octaves. You must shoo decorous language from your door when cruelties become the soup du jour. Thank you.
Oh, thank you, Joanie. That was really very fine. Next, we did have Peggy Roska, who had an emergency with her grandchildren, and we do also find family to be sustaining on this. So next up is Wendy Vardaman. Wendy, are you here?
I am here.
Oh, good. Okay. Wendy Vardaman at wendyvardaman.com, PhD, works as a web digital media specialist. The author of 4 poetry collections, she served as Madison, Wisconsin's Poet Laureate 2012 to 2015, and volunteers for poetry-related causes as a graphic designer. Her most recent book, Thread Me an Exit 2025, is available from Brain Mill Press. Take it away.
Thank you, Martha. Thanks for inviting me to be here today. So I'm going to read 2 poems. This first poem is a response to a piece of art, a collage called Scorekeeper by Cheryl Stidwell Parker. And it starts with an epigraph, but it's called Another Online Meditation Retreat. And it starts with this epigraph from Yongey Mingyur Rinpoche on March 15th, 2024. You're all practicing the Bardos. I keep count, 1,466 days, 4+ pandemic era years, 62 my next birthday, 3 children, 34, 31, 28, 35 years married, 41 paired, 20 years of weekly mass, 0 skips allowed except for illness, the last 15 feeling less and less. 1 mother, 2 ALFs, 1 nursing home, 3 parents lost to dementia, 4 thoughts that turn the mind, 2 dogs, 1 estranged son. I glance at his last close-up, soft bristle of his close-cut hair, close my eyes and breathe in the mix of Irish Spring and sandalwood he used after every workout, multiple times daily. The suitcase he left behind still smelled like that, the day that I finally unzipped and emptied it 7 years later. One collaborative list of Bardo states we've collectively experienced: illness, deaths of parents, children, pets, mentors, friends, miscarriage, suicide, divorce, giving birth, estrangement from siblings, parents, children, job loss, war, the military, assault, reading, breakups, learning something new, bankruptcy, writing, addiction, performances, moving, museums, pain, movies, friendship, the theater, the library, looking at art, disability, a child's disability, caretaking, prison, travel, mental illness, losing and finding a teacher, hospitalization, losing a home, retirement, panic, inheritance, trauma, promotion, the loss of community, leaving, finding a church, climate change, spiritual practice, swimming with whales, COVID, making something, springtime, and the call of cranes, which is to say, wholehearted joy the first months of pandemic. Once there were 5 of us, then 4, then 3, or 5 again, counting the dogs. How many boxes came to the porch? How many games did we play night after night after night, counting stars and counting birds, counting on each other to fill the gaps? And then the second poem is called Second Arrows. Another should've, another shoe. My body a stiff white page, turned, reworked, revised and revised. Every minute spent reading, every scribble, every stare out the window. On the path, I find a piece of dry ground cherry. I like its withered ends, its bones, its beaks. Realize I will have to get myself home again, walking through the rain. Thanks so much.
Wendy, thank you. That was lovely. So I have the privilege of introducing our next host and friend, truly a special person. Audrey Roth is the author of Arms Akimbo, a Journal of Healing, and has been published in ritualwell.com and other online publications. In 2023, she won a baseball poetry contest run by the National Baseball Poetry Festival. Take it away, Audrey.
I'm taking. So this poem is called Sustenance. I'm tired. Tired of rage, tired of hate, tired of radicalization, tired of demonization. Just fucking tired. Triggered by predators, prone to flashbacks, demoralized by depression, riddled with rage. Nevertheless, I resist, persist, push back, push forward, stasis, anathema. Sustain resilience, maintain sang-froid, no disdain, don't complain, it's not in vain. Need cocaine? But how, when we are besieged? Sustenance for the soul. Sleep, no matter what, get those Z's in. Eat well, eschew the soothing sugar fix. Be in community. Fucking laugh early and often. Find moments of joy, dig deep, resuscitate love. Walk in the woods, but be careful of ticks, this Jewish mother warns. Smile at random folks on the street. Kiss a dog. Hug a cat if you're intrepid. hold a baby, read a book, make love, drop some F-bombs. Get it? Got it? Good. You got this. Even when you're enervated, we'll hold you up, hold each other up, keep on keeping on. Ain't gonna let nobody turn me around, turn me around, turn me around. Ain't gonna let nobody turn me around. Keep on a walking, keep on a talking. Gonna build a brand new world. Thanks, everybody.